What's so bad about a beach in Boulder?
You never have to worry about December getting colder.
Sitting on the beach in a January tan.
Who needs Puerto Rico? The Keys or Yucatan.
Which, by the way, won't be there anymore.
It's a scuba diver's heaven on a 5-star ocean floor.
A little thicker sunscreen.
A little whiter hat.
What's so bad about that?
What's so bad about the coast of Oklahoma?
Walk along the boardwalk and savor the aroma.
From the whales down in Dallas to the lobsters in Milwaukee.
Chewing longhorn sushi and chugging soybean sake.
Polar bears and prairie dogs, the picture's truly splendid.
Living in tranquility the way the Lord intended.
So we smoke a little blubber
while we chew the fat.
What's so bad about that? What's so bad about that? What's so bad about that? When you know you're right, why worry about the facts? What's so bad about that?
What's so bad about the Appalachian Islands?
Or the Scottish lowlands that used to be the Highlands.
Living on
Sitting in our Speedos.
Sitting in our Speedos, sipping down some beer.
Zipping in our speedboats around the Horn of Mount Rainier.
Time to quit your bitching and try to see the bright side.
Leave the left behind and come over to the right side.
Noah had to do it when he beached on Ararat.
So let's slip on our water wings, flip-flops, and parrot hats.
Ruminate, rejuvenate, kick back and relax.
And have a sweet tea party in our brand new habitat. What's so bad about that, everyone?
Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let me thrill your soul.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Roll all night long. Come on, baby, yeah, this is real. Come on, baby, show me how you feel. Yeah. Come on, baby, let the good time roll. What's so bad about that?
So that song, I'd had that idea for probably 4 or 5 years, and I ran it by a couple people, and I always thinking about what it should be about climate change, and I run it by I ran it by a couple people, and they just didn't get it. We sat down, the three of us, and I thought, if anybody's going to get this song, these two guys are going to get it, especially him. And what's he do? He writes that whole opening while we're sitting there. I mean, he just ran with it, So that's the way. And somebody was saying about your limiting factor. I write songs I can't play, like that one, and then I learn to play them. One of the things that Don learns other songs. I poor guy. I sat with him one time. We were writing, and we were doing a show. And we had 2 nights or 2 days in a little cabin. And I thought, I'm bound and determined to learn Lady Madonna. And by learning that song, I could play this one. You know what I'm saying? So you just put, I don't know how the hell to play it. I mean, I don't play it great, but it's opened up that, so.
Yeah, it helps your songwriting and, of course, your musicianship, too, but it really helps your songwriting if you learn a song that you just admire and love, and you go, it's really hard to play, I don't know how to play it, but learn it on the money. The right chord changes, the melody, everything, if it takes you all year to learn it. And when you get that song down, your songs will magically get better. Yeah. It's amazing. Learn a Hoagie Carmichael song or something and learn it perfectly and play it perfectly, and your next song will be better. It's amazing. It works.
One of the themes this morning that I detected, we're talking a lot about, or inferring a lot about, persistence. Okay? Persistence. This is a chorus that I had 20 years ago. Are you looking for the moon? Would you dance with her tonight? Would you chase her across the shadows as she goes slipping out of sight, leaving common sense behind you for a joy that ends so soon? Rushing through the forest blind, never knowing what you'll find, looking for the moon. Now I had that chorus exactly as I sung it for you, and I had no verses. I wrote 4 verses, and they sucked. I put it away. 6 months later, I got the chorus out again because I loved the chorus. I got John McCutcheon set, and I at a festival set out. We wrote some verses for it. Nah. John Gorka came and stayed at my house. We wrote some verses. No. It was like 3 years later that I finally found the voice for it. My heart is in the mountains while my body's on this train. My head is anywhere but in today. We're headed, listen, it's cloudy in the city, and they say it looks like rain. God, just once I'd love to hear the conductor say, are you looking for the moon? So I just was so happy with that. I could just see the video of the conductor saying, are you looking for the moon? Which makes no sense, but then the train is filled with strangers, and every stop adds more. We're headed for the glass and granite walls, while I'm dreaming of my river where the rushing rapids roar, and from somewhere deep inside my spirit calls, are you looking for the moon? And it all came 3 years later, because I loved the chorus and I wouldn't give up on that chorus. And that's happened to me with about at least 2 other songs. It took a couple years before I found the verses to go with the chorus that I loved. Yeah.
Now, from a performance standpoint, do you ever have trouble memorizing your lyrics? And then
no, I have trouble remembering my lyrics. I memorize them just fine. And then
they're called cheat sheets.
My wife taught me to say at times like that, I wrote it, I can remember it.
Know your lyrics as you go along.
One thing, if you just that song and a point, if you listen to the chords of that song, I remember there's this guy who teaches songwriting, and I played a song for him, and I started on the 4 chord. The verse started on the 4 chord and went to the 5 and the 1, and then when I got to the chorus, I went to the 1. He says, you can't do that. Now this is the guy that teaches. I said, why? He says, well, you don't start choruses on 1 chords. He also said you don't rewrite, but okay. So my point is if you listen to the verse, the chord structure on that song is basically the same on the verse and the chorus. It's pretty close. Mm-hmm. What he does is he changes the melody, which brings to another point that's a really, really important thing if you want, is chord substitution. Do you know what I mean by that? Because you can go Da 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 da. It's just C, F, G. Now, do you know what the relative minors are? Or like if you're in the C, you go to the A minor. You can do the same. So you can go da 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 da, or you can go da 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 da. Same melody, nothing changes. Whole different vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Whole different. It adds this tension. It adds this. It's very simple. You don't have to be. You don't have to. I don't know. But
By the way, doesn't God Bless America start on the one?
But who knows that?
I'm learning a song by acoustic violin, and I love it because they start on a B flat chord. Well, actually, I'm singing it in a different key than them, but they start on the 4 chord instead of the 1 in playing it, but they sing the 5th of the note of the key, and yet they start on the 4 chord. I find it so fascinating and so beautiful when they do
Listen
that.
to the Beatles. I mean, Don and I are constantly talking, right? I mean, the chords that they go to, still to this day, I listen and I'm astounded that how did you go from that chord to that chord and not make it sound jerky? You know why? Nobody told them they couldn't.
Right.
They set the ground rules. We're going to do it because they're there.
They do a song called No Reply where the chorus, the first part where he says, I saw the light A minor, and the second one when he sings it is F major 7. But the notes are the same, so it's blended differently together.
I saw the light. I saw the light. And it gives you more of a hopeful feeling. It's a relative minor to that, yeah.
I've got a question about vocal melodies. I'm a really strong believer in melodies, but I can't sing to save myself. So it gives me a real problem when I'm composing on the piano. So I find myself having to try and sing as best I can, but play the melodies on the piano, and I'm just wondering if I don't get quite enough organicness, if you like, in my vocal. My singer will take it and adapt it from there. But I just wonder if you've got any. Do you ever come across the 3 you can obviously sing, but do you ever find having to write for when someone who's not a singer necessarily? And how do you work with your vocal melodies?
We've had a lot of songs recorded by people who aren't really singing. And made a lot more money off them than we did of singing them ourselves.
There's a woman, Julia Cameron, who wrote The Artist Way. You know The Artist Way? She was married to Martin Scorsese, and I heard her speak one time. And she said, we have this editor. Again, we talked a little bit about this. My guess is that you're a much better singer than you allow yourself to be, because somebody told you couldn't sing. That's what happens a lot. And she was in a family that she said everybody sang in my family. They were all great. They all told me I couldn't sing. And then she did her own program. And I heard her several years ago, and she was on her way from Nashville to go to London where her musical was opening up. So, we have those voices. I have them all the time. I can't play that. Who says? Me. Somebody told me that, yeah.
I got an F on my first composition in the 5th grade because I had an octave jump. And the teacher said you couldn't do that.
No, she couldn't do that.
Wow. I'm interested, all of you seem to do both lyrics and music. And I'm interested when it comes to you, if I'm hearing what you're saying right, first comes the emotion. But like in the 9/11 song, when you said that chorus had come to you, did it come to you, the music and the lyrics together? Did the music come, then sort of the lyrics, what's the order or the way that it happens for you?
I'm remembering something that I heard the poet William Wordsworth say. He defined poetry as emotion recalled in tranquility. So, in other words, you're not hot
under the collar when you're writing the song. You were hot under the collar. And you remember how that